Hello there and welcome to yet another episode of In the Laboratory at IVF London. Today's seminar is going to be educating our patients on embryo scoring and what embryologists do in the laboratory to look at the development of your embryos. So we'll show you some of these stages on the screen here. So when we collect the eggs, or when you're told how many eggs are collected on the day of egg collection, this is what the eggs look like. Now you can see that this is what we class as a mature egg. There's a small polar body there that indicates that the egg is mature and ready to fertilize. And this is what the egg looks like when we have removed all the cells around the egg that keep on nurturing the egg during its growth in the follicle. Once we inject the sperm or expose the egg to sperm, after 18 hours of the sperm being injected or the egg being exposed to sperm, it should hopefully fertilize normally or successfully. And on day 1, as we call it, or 18 hours after insemination with the sperm, we find that there would be 2 pronuclei in the middle of the egg. Now again, if you look closely, there are 2 dimples sitting in the middle of the egg there, and that denotes normal fertilization. Another 24 hours later, what we class as day 2 of embryonic development, the embryo is around 4 cells in development. Again, you can see from this picture, the embryo is very nice and clean and the cells are very equal in shape, and there is very little what we call fragmentation in the embryo or fragments of cells. Another 24 hours after day 2, when the embryo is on day 3 of development, it should have around 6 to 10 cells in development. And waiting for another 24 hours, which is day 4, the embryo fuses all its cells together and forms what we call a morula, which is nothing but a cluster of cells forming a berry-like effect or a ball of cells. The blastocyst is what you probably all have heard about, and that is the embryo at day 5 stage of development. And at this stage, the embryo has over 150 cells in development, and this is what a blastocyst looks like. So typically, what are we looking for as embryologists in the blastocyst that we are looking under the microscope? We are looking at the health of cells of 2 different kinds. One, which is the inner cell mass, which is this big bulb of cells in the middle. Now you can see that that's a very nice rounded inner cell mass. That cohort of cells gives rise to the baby. All the cells around the embryo here, which are called the trophectoderm cells, give rise to the placenta. I will show you another video, which is what we call a time-lapse video of how the embryo develops as it once it fertilizes from the egg. So here we are, that's an egg there. You can see the pronuclei that we talked about. The embryo has just divided to the 2 cells. Then we've got the 4-cell stage. Soon you will see 8 cells in development. And again, these 8 will go to 16 soon. There we go. And here 16 cells are going to be fusing into a morula. And soon you will start seeing a cavity forming in the middle, which is the blastocyst. Here, there's an inner cell mass in the middle, and there the blastocyst is hatching. And that's the embryonic development from egg to blastocyst. And after blastocyst culture, we would identify the best quality embryos that you have, either for transfer or for freezing. We would potentially transfer 1 or 2 blastocysts depending on several parameters such as age, number of IVF cycles, and we would freeze the remaining blastocysts for you. So that's just a bit about the short journey in the laboratory. I hope you found that video beneficial and full of information. Thank you so much.